Hey guys, good day to you. Welcome once again to my YouTube channel, Moment with Baby. So I'm celebrating 10 years in HR industry. I'm an HR professional. Before 10 years in HR industry, I've done some other work. But what I'm celebrating is my 10 years as an HR professional. And I'm going to be sharing with you 10 facts, 10 uncommon facts, 10 uncommon truths that a lot of employees or staff need to understand about today's workplace. So I'm going to be taking them one after the other. So number one, okay, is there is a difference between HR as a role and HR professional. Most times, employees mix it up. HR professional is the role holder, the person that is in charge of the HR activity in an organization. And their major responsibility is to drive policy. Because where there is no policy, where there is no law, there is bound to be chaos. So what HR professionals do is to drive the policy that has been set for the organization. So the difference is how each HR professional is driving those policy is what make employees or staff to say, oh, HR are wicked. No, there is HR professional and there is HR as a duty. So don't miss it off. Whatever perception you have about HR is because of how you've been treated. It's not the HR duty or HR role. It is the person that is driving that policy, that is driving that role, that makes you feel like HR are wicked or HR. No, there's always a way to drive policy, to drive role. For me, I try to explain the reason why we are doing what we are doing so that you can understand where we are coming from. So that when the policy is being implemented, you understand where we are coming from as an organization. All right, so don't miss it up. That's number one. So number two facts that I like to share with you about workplace is interview is not the true test to know if a candidate will perform on the job or not. There's some candidates that they are blessed with the spirit of God, the ability to convince, to talk, to wow people. There are some candidates that are very blessed, and when they get on the job, they start faffing around, they start blabbing. I've had a lot of experience like that. So I'm not bamboozled. I'm not carried away when a candidate is making mouth during interview. In fact, my boss, everybody around me knows that I'm not carried away with how an employee or a candidate answer question during interview. Of course, do I want you to be smart? Yes, you need to be smart. You need to know how to think and think through questions, right? It's part of the interview. But I'm not totally convinced because a lot of people knows how to meander their way during interview. So there are a lot of things I'm looking at. However, I wouldn't say interview is the only true test to know who a best candidate is or who is going to perform well on the job. And this can actually be in contest depending on the role I'm applying for. So I look at so many things. If I'm recruiting for a salesperson, of course I want somebody that can talk, right? But I also want some data. I also want to go granular. I'm not just going to be wow with what you're saying because you know how to talk. So that's number two. Interview is not the true test of how well a candidate or a prospective employee will perform on the job. I've had a lot of experience as regards that, and trust me, I know what it is. All right, that's number two. All right, so number three facts about workplace is LinkedIn. A lot of facade, a lot of make-believe happens on LinkedIn. Of course, LinkedIn is meant to give you visibility as a professional, but these days people package too much on LinkedIn, and I'm wondering why are we going all out for that? That's all I have to say about that. LinkedIn, too many untruthful things on LinkedIn. Number 4 fact about workplace or labor market is that there is no best organization. None. Every organization is actually battling one challenge or the other. What you see out there is packaging, brand, and all that. But when you come inside, you know that no organization is built to satisfy your wants or what you prefer. You are the one that is going to align your value, your expectation with what the organization have or has to offer. I work in a consulting firm, and I've literally worked with a lot of organization, right? A lot, not every organization, but a lot of organization. And I can tell you, even the best of the best organization that would think they are doing fine, when you go inside, you will know that nah, a lot are happening here that people don't see. So you may not be getting what you want when it comes to searching for the best organization. Of course, there are good organizations that can meet your need, in terms of benefits, compensation, packages for employee. Yeah, there are a lot of such organizations. They can't all meet your need or wants when it comes to employee satisfaction. Yeah. Number 5 facts about workplace or labor market that I want to share is during interview, a lot of candidates ask some irrelevant questions when given the opportunity to ask the interviewer a question after the session. Instead of you to be asking questions that can actually position you very well, for the job, questions that can make the employer or the recruiter remember you that that candidate asked one potent or one valid question, right? Instead of you to ask questions like that, questions like, are there other things that I've not been able to explain that is required for this role that you would like me to share more light on, or what are the top qualities that you think this role holder should have? Questions like that will make the interviewer know that, oh, this person is thinking. Some of the candidates will be asking questions like, what are the culture of this organization? What are the value of this organization? Is there opportunity for growth? What do you expect the interviewer to tell you? If there is no opportunity for growth, do you think they will tell you that, yes, there is no opportunity for growth, you have to create your own growth? No, they will not tell you. They will not tell you. Me, personally, I will not tell you such. Okay? At that time, you're supposed to be asking questions that will sell you more, that will position you like you're a best candidate, to show yourself more. Not that you be asking some irrelevant question. Who cares about those? Who that won't help? Stop it, please. Stop it now. Number 6 facts about labor market or workplace. A lot of people or a lot of employees, right, think HR professionals are their savior. HR professionals are angels that has come from heaven to come and solve all their problems. HR professionals are also employees like you. I hope you know. HR professionals also suffers just the way you suffer. In fact, they suffer the most because when they are going through stuff, nobody to hear them, nobody to go and to go and what's it called? To go and complain to, nobody to listen to them. Is it the MD they want to go and talk to, or is it the managers? Who are they going to talk to? If HR is complaining, who will listen to the HR? So we are also employees like you. We go through stuff. We go through challenges that you also are facing. When there is a hike in price of things around, we are also feeling it. It is only you. What we can do is to push for what can be done from the management, suggest, bring ideas, and it is left for the organization to accept it. If the organization is not accepting it, there's nothing HR can do. You guys need to understand that. and stop seeing HR as your savior, as your Lord and Savior. HR this, HR that, HR. So number 7 fact about labor market or workplace is just a continuation of the number 6 that I mentioned earlier. HR does not have final say. When HR see things that employees or staff of organization can benefit from, they suggest it. They present it to the management. It is now left for the management to accept or not. And when they are presenting it, they have to present it in a way that it will convince the management. So they have to bring facts, they have to bring data, they have to bring a lot of benefit if the organization is going to adopt that innovation or initiative. HR has to fight tooth and nail to ensure that it is accepted, and they will do what they can do. It is now left for the organization or the management to say, yes, we want to have this. And also, when HR is fighting for these things, they also need to look at the business, where the business is per time, what the business can afford. If the business can afford this at this phase of the time, because it's not every time that everything HR brings that we will be comfortable for the organization. So the HR is like a middleman, looking out for the organization, because organization has its own life, and looking out for the employees. So we have to look at both sides. So we don't have power to make decision. Whatever decision that you see that HR brings, they would have probably fight tooth and nail to get it approved. So please appreciate the little things your HR are doing. It's not easy. Number 8 fact about today's workplace is that workplace has evolved between the time I joined HR and now. A lot has changed. Gone were those days where young graduates will probably take any job just to fill their CV, just to get experience and enter labor markets, and then after that they can now start negotiating for better roles. But today's young graduates, they would rather sit at home and be waiting for that big leap, that big opportunity that will pay them hundreds of thousands, than starting with 100,000 naira job or 120. They would rather be sleeping at home, be surfing internet, checking internet, blogging and all that, or probably doing content. In fact, it is now a content world, right? Everybody wants to be a content creator because it's the fastest way to make money. And the truth is that it is not everybody that will be a content creator. Let's look at the content that everybody is creating in today's world. How much of value is it bringing to the world, to the economy? And that's where we need to look at it from. Everybody cannot be a content creator. We still need people to render valid value to the economy so that the economy can grow. If everybody is turning to content creator because there is money in it, it will not last. And if you want to be a content creator, right, be a content creator that have value you are offering. That you can say, with this content I'm creating, I'm adding to the economy. I'm adding so to the economy, and it will help the economy to grow, than just creating entertainment, something that is not going to be so relevant to people. So that's what I've noticed about workplace of today. A lot of things have changed. People don't want to just take anyhow job because they just want to be working. No, they rather stay at home and just lounge and make do with whatever they want to make do. It's very shocking to me, because during our time, like, you just want to start something. We want to start something. We want to just be engaged. We want to know what we can offer organization. We want to even see what we can bring to the table. Not anymore. Not anymore. It has changed. Like, sometimes we spend 6 months looking for a particular role to fill. Number 9 fact that I like to share with you is there is nothing like work-life balance. My brothers, my sister. Yes, it is now work-life integration. This life is one. Inside this life, you will start your family, you will start your business, and you will still create value for organization that you're working with. So it is just one life. You have to learn how to integrate everything and achieve what you want to achieve. So There is nothing like work-life balance. It's a lie. It's a fallacy. It's not real. It is work-life integration. You integrate everything and you look for which one comes first at this phase of my life, which one comes next. When am I supposed to start doing this? What am I supposed to lower on this one? That is just what it is now. And the last one that I like to share on this episode is your salary will not make you wealthy. Yes, your salary, your take home, no matter how many millions, it will not make you wealthy. You can be comfortable, you can be able to attend to some immediate needs, but it's not going to make you wealthy. If you want to be wealthy, you have to create that wealth, maybe from your salary or from having a side business, depending on what are your values and what you offer. So no matter how much you crave for increase in salary, they will increase your salary, and the moment your salary increase like this, your expenses will just follow it like this. It's like 5 and 6, they will be moving together. So you have to intentionally work towards creating wealth from your money by doing some other things, maybe investing, saving and investing, not just saving but investing, having some side hustle, some side business. You can even have a business side of your profession. There's something like that. As an HR, what are the business side of HR? If you're an accountant, what are the business side of an accounting? If you're a teacher, what are the business side of teaching? There's always a word like that. You have to create that. All right, so those are the 10 facts that I like to share on this my 10th year anniversary as an HR professional. So I like you to tell me, which of these facts can you relate with? Which of these can you concur to, or which one can you say yes, you are aware and I like to have your feedback in the comment section. Please share this video, like, comment, put on your notification and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can see more of the videos when it is uploaded. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.